Okay. Is that all the chocolate I have left? Did somebody else eat some? So I can't wait too long because I got to get started. But I'll wait a few minutes for somebody to come join me. So I'm waiting just a couple minutes before I get started in order to wait for anybody else to come in if they want to join. Can't wait too long today. Getting kind of a late start, but you want to say hi or you want to hit that thumbs up button, I sure appreciate it. Let me know who you are. Well, hi, Shayna. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a little bit more if you hit that thumbs up for me. Don't know if you have or not. I want to get you nice and close so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Awesome, thank you. Give me just a second. So today I'm doing sweet and sour chicken and sweet and sour shrimp with vegetables. Should work. Okay, so I've got my chicken kind of thawing out. I'll warm it up just a little bit more. I'm gonna get some so my pot's washed up real quick. Just doesn't take but a second to do that. I'll get some warmer water in this sink. Be warm enough. Okay, got my pot here. Went to Aldi's a little bit ago. Got some Oriental stir-fry vegetables. We got chicken and shrimp thawing. They are actually thawing in the same sink. I've got chicken separate from the shrimp. The shrimp is still in the package, but it's in warm water so it can thaw out. Chicken is thawing nicely. And all it is just some warm water. You don't want it to thaw out too quick. I mean, you don't want it to take too long, I should say. I'm going to cut it up in little bite-sized pieces. Got a nice sharp knife here. I'm going to trim off all the extra fat. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'm going to run through tonight's dinner pretty quick. Did you catch my live stream last night making the pizzas? I made pretzel crust pepperoni pizza with nacho cheese sauce, and I made thin crust taco pizza, all handmade crust, all handmade everything. So it was really, really good. Did you have a good weekend? That's awesome. We ended up getting yesterday night, which would have been Saturday night into Sunday morning, several inches of snow. Yeah, Saturday. Sorry. The night before last, actually he's trying to correct me. The night before last, we ended up getting several inches of snow. And this morning it ended up being like 2 degrees out. So our son stayed home from school. I don't mind him going to school if it's cold out, because he can always bundle up and put clothes on. But our road was nothing but ice, and I don't want him out there walking on that, and I don't trust buses and stuff like that. So it was a safety thing.
And it was 4 degrees when coming out. It was just too damn cold.
Yeah, it was way too cold too. Yeah, that is pretty cold for there, I'm sure.
Where's she at again?
I think she's in Texas or something. Okay, so I got my chicken cut up. I got some canola oil, which I want to kind of have a somewhat of a healthy dinner tonight. Vegetable oil is higher in cholesterol and stuff like that, so I got some canola oil. It'll make a bit of a difference in the flavor after it cooks up. So I'm going to heat my oil up, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to get some pans, or sorry, pots. Oh wow. Yeah, when did she say she's coming back?
She hasn't.
Oh. I'm going to make a simple batter. And that's going to be eggs, milk, flour, and some seasonings. I'm just going to use a batter for this because I'm going to use it for the not only the chicken but the shrimp, and it's okay to use. Excuse me. It's okay to use the same batter for both because it's being cooked. The same exact way, and it's being cooked to temp, so although it seems like there's cross-contamination, there's not. It's not like a true cross. I need to draw my shrimp out a little bit. I just got one of these packages of shrimp. Add a little bit of seasoned salt. Just a sprinkle of chili powder. Some ground black pepper. I always get these grinders because it makes things really easy and it makes it really fresh. A little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder. And put this back in the fridge. Get my whisk. Mix it up real nice. And then take some flour. Until it makes the consistency that I want. And I want it to stick to the chicken and the shrimp. So I'm going to make it a little thick. Now when I get enough in there, I don't want to mix it too quick because it's going to put a lot of air into it. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this out of your view. Okay. It's thickening up real good. I think she said before she's in her 40s. Late 30s, early 40s. Yeah,
Early this year.
that's right. Like I said, late 30s, early 40s. Okay, as you can see, that's getting a little thicker than just liquid. A little bit more flour. Okay. This is how I want it. I want it so that when it has the mixture has some actual thickness to it. It smells real good. That would stick to the back of a spoon. It's kind of how you want it. Maybe a tad bit more flour. When you make a batter, you're basically taking the wet and dry ingredients that when you use a mixture, you're basically putting them together. Okay. See, it's almost like a real thick syrup consistency, almost. That's how you want it. Okay. So my oil's getting hot. I'm going to, because these are frozen vegetables, I'm going to toss these in the pot now. And one bag may do us, because the boys don't care for it too much. So I'll put the other bag in the freezer in case we want it later. And this is real simple basically toss the vegetables in a pot. Turn it on about medium high. Toss that sauce in there. Put a lid on it and let her cook. Every so often stir it, and they steam up real good. And yeah, it's just like pancake batter. So now, as you can see, it sticks. When I roll it, it sticks to the side. Ah, crap. That didn't turn out good. Yeah. Got it on my iPad.
Well, it's not fluid.
It is.
So you better not let it get into the mic or it will ruin it.
Nah.
Just make sure it doesn't get into
It's
the
fine.
mic or
It's
the
fine.
camera.
Alright, go sit down.
It was a little thinner than I thought it was. That may have done me in, guys. No. Okay. I'm back. In business. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is take my chicken. And I'm going to mix that chicken up in there, in that batter, really good. Now you can see you got some in your eyes. Now you can see that it's on there really good.
Until you can have a small glass of my diet, very Dr. Pepper.
Why is there tripwire here?
It's just for you, Rue. What are you doing?
Can I get me my turkey cup?
Put it in the dishwasher. Move. Go.
Of course.
Yeah,
I told
because.
him we could get a drink, he needed us a drink.
Oh, crap, that's fine.
Small glass.
Yep. Okay, so now my shrimp is thawed out.
Shrimp.
Right, and then
The Bureau of Public Debt? No. Never heard of that. Now I'm going to take all the tails off the
Ryan?
shrimp.
Don't dump it like that.
That takes a minute to do.
What? Ryan, have you drank one wine? Because I only have one so far, and there's 4 of them.
Andrew, don't worry about it.
Take one ahead of us.
What?
The animals.
You're not drinking it right now, so don't worry about it, Andrew.
No, he took one of mine and his.
There's 4 left.
It's fine, just take one of his, it's okay.
No, I
Bring it here.
got the candy one. This one with the lid on.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Make sure we go flat.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, I've actually never heard of that. Okay, so my oil is hot enough. You toss some water in it and it bubbles up, it's good enough. What I'm going to do is take my handy dandy scooper here. Okay, my oil's hot enough. Now that you can see it. I'm going to gotta get a plate. Oh. Okay. Make sure that batter's all over there good. Now you see it bubble up as soon as it goes in. What you want. I'll do a couple little pieces real quick. Just to make sure it works right. I am going to make it a little hotter. Always got to do a test piece or two. You see how nicely that's turning? Oh, hi, Monica. It's yeah, it's like a tempura batter. It's just a batter of nothing specific, just some seasonings and flour and eggs and milk.
What do the strips smells like chicken.
Well, that's what I'm doing is sweet and sour chicken, but homemade, of course. Yeah, standard gooey batter. After I make sure everything cooks right and tastes right. See a nice, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a nice brown golden color. That's how you want it. Let it cool for just a minute. Chicken's nicely cooked on the inside. Oh. Tastes good to me. Okay. Got some seasonings in the batter. That way it tastes really good. And talking about sauces and stuff, I picked up this actually at Aldi. And it's actually really, really, really good. It's their sweet and sour Asian sauce. It actually is amazingly good for what it is. And I'm just stirring up these vegetables. You guys can see how steamy it is in here. I didn't add any water, any sauce or oil or anything like that, because you don't add any oil when you steam. I want those vegetables to steam pretty good. So now that that's done, a piece at a time, and I know my oil's good. And you don't have to do a piece at a time. I like to. I like to get my fingers gooey in food sometimes, so this is a good opportunity. I'm doing the chicken first because I've got to do shrimp after this. And I don't want the chicken. The boys would complain big time and the chicken had a shrimp taste. I don't want too much sauce or of the batter on these, because you'll see if I do, it'll have that, some of the batter will fly off when I'm putting it in there. And it'll make little stringy batter pieces, but that makes it good. And I didn't have time to wait for my fryer to heat up or anything, so that's why I'm just doing this in the skillet. I'll take this, filter it out, actually use this in my fryer because it's canola oil. And I like to use canola oil when I can. It doesn't have that, when vegetable oil gets too hot smell and taste. Things like that, so. And that chicken is almost like perfectly done. It's not overcooked, it's not dry, but it's chicken thighs that I use. And it's very, very juicy and moist food, or chicken. So, don't act like you don't know where we're at, Monica. Do what?
No, it's checking out today.
What is it? Oh, you want to send us the money to be able to go? That's at the Galleria. Yeah, that's expensive. That is not cheap.
We might be able to go in September next year. Holy fuck!
Yeah, that's one of those upscale. That's might as well go to Chris Root Steakhouse downtown.
But we're just looking at.
My PayPal's in the description, Monica, if you want to let us go on you. Do they serve Wagyu? Monica, do they serve Wagyu? Because if I could find a place that serves Wagyu, then I'd save up the money to take Ashley, because Wagyu is amazing beef. It is the most expensive beef you can buy. And it's comes strictly Wagyu is your dream. I've actually had it one time in my life, and that stuff so melt in your mouth, so buttery, and you hear the word term a steak being buttery and creamy. That's Wagyu. It has a very distinct flavor for a steak. Well, that's cool. Oh wow. Yeah, I can see that would be a treat. Some good battered chicken, guys. You guys can see that's nice and steamy inside there. It's hot enough I can touch it, but it's not, too hot that I burn my hand right away. I was going to do fried rice, but that would have ended up taking way too long. So I haven't even been on an hour, and dinner is just about done. Like I said, I was going to kind of fly through it. I've got one more pan to fry up of chicken after this. I'm going to toss in the shrimp, and that doesn't take but a couple minutes. So it looks like my stream's only going to be a little over an hour today. These are done. I just didn't have the oil up hot enough to brown them too much, so they're done. So they're nice and golden brown. Like I said, one more pan full of these. Just let the batter drip out of my hand. Get a little messy working with batter, but that's the fun. Okay, so I'm gonna let this fry up. There's a couple little small pieces of chicken in here, but that'll fry up with the shrimp, and that's fine. Oh, you're fine, Shayna. My chat's over on the counter, so this is my hey Ozarks, or John, I should say. I'm doing sweet and sour chicken and sweet and sour shrimp. This is the second part. This is the sweet and sour shrimp. I've got vegetables over here that I'm steaming. I've got most of my chicken done. Just tossing my shrimp in the batter. Wash my hand off. To stir my mix my chicken up a bit. The way that batter's not sticking all together. Some pieces are, but it'll be okay. But this is my chicken, just a plain wet batter. You can see it's cooked up nicely. Very flavorful. Vegetables nice and steamy, all done, so I'm going to turn those off. They've just been on low anyway. That's going off. I'm actually going to dish up the boys now because they need to eat. Yes, you're going to have vegetables. You what, sweetheart?
I thought you said we were having a Lunchable, but no.
No, vegetables. So, this sweet and sour sauce picked up at Aldi. It's actually really good. So, what I'm going to do, because this is sweet and sour chicken, I'm going to put my cooked chicken in a bowl. It's been draining. It's a little crunchy on the bottom. Now I'm going to pour some sweet and sour sauce over the top. Give it a good mix up. And now, you have sweet and sour sauce chicken. That is really, really good. So what I'm going to do, I'll take the nice vegetables. Get a little base. Gotta stir these up again real quick. Ryan won't eat much, so here's his vegetables. And some chicken. I'm going to take a few more vegetables. Toss them right in the center. And voila! Sweet and sour chicken and veggies. Ryan, you want a lot of vegetables? No, you don't have too many. But you do have some. My son, he can eat a bunch. So, yeah, I know. He doesn't eat a lot of veggies. So I'm going to give him enough. Yes, they're stir-fry veggies. Oreo stir-fry veggies. I'm going to take quite a bit of chicken. Because he likes chicken a lot. I'm just going to pile his in no specific order. And there's his. Try a piece of Andrew's, sweetheart. See what you think of the chicken. Yes, this is about 2-year-old Rachel Ray cookware. Ashley is giving me a really big thumbs up on that chicken. And she's my biggest critic. So I know it's good. You like the batter? Okay. What do you think, Rue? Good? Okay. My critics are saying thumbs up, guys. And my biggest mess is over here on the stove. You guys can see little to no mess over there. Just my cutting board. So, not a very messy dinner to cook.
What about the beginning?
About what?
About your iPad?
Oh, yeah, that was my mess. That's something I did. It's not. It wouldn't be a generally messy dinner. I was showing the bowl and tipped it too far, and everybody got a laugh out of it, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Hot. Veggies are hot. Why didn't you add sweet sour sauce on the veggies?
Because the veggies have their own sauce, and you don't want to overbear everything with that sweet and sour sauce. The sweet, the sweet and sour sauce is for the chicken. Oh, hi, No Face. Nice to meet. Nice to see you again. Yes, I remember you. Just finishing up the chicken portion of my sweet and sour chicken and shrimp and veggies. Now, um, because I have so little shrimp, I mean the shrimp are so small, I'm going to actually, and I'm not having to really conserve the batter as much because this is the last of what I need to cook. I'm actually just going to use my spoon, let the batter drip out of the bottom.
Can you hand me the sweet and sour sauce, please?
Give me a minute. And when I put it in, I'm going to kind of stir it up quite a bit. Okay. Now I have to make sure that these are not really sticking much. It's going to be kind of hard to do that, but because they're so small, that it can be done. And she's the kind that isn't going to matter if it's an individual piece or more. Uh, it's not sticking how I wanted it to, but I think I did put too much in at once, but it'll be okay. As you can see, a lot of the shrimp separated off, but some of them they don't want to separate off so easy. Mm. So I'm going to turn up my heat because I don't want these shrimp to cook too long because they're already pre-cooked. I'm actually using chicken thighs, and chicken thighs are a mixture of white meat and dark meat, so it's still uh, very healthy for you. Okay. Good to me. come on. This one piece isn't wanting to turn over for me. I've got to hold it down. Okay. And the shrimp, like I said, it doesn't take long. The batter doesn't take long to cook itself. I was taking longer with the chicken because you actually have to cook the chicken. It was raw. So, I flip my burner off. I'm done cooking. These last little bits of shrimp out of here. I'm gonna have a nice oil mess on my stove to clean off, but oh well. Okay, Shanna, you have a good night, okay? Okay, so I want this bowl. That's good. Take my shrimp. Do the same thing I did with the shrimp to the chicken, or to the chicken with the shrimp. Hand that backwards. A little bit of sweet and sour sauce over the top. Sweet and sour shrimp, guys.
Do you mind if I take this?
Good.
Thank you.
Nice crunchies. So Ashley's bowl. She can't have corn, so I gotta kind of pick that out. I should have fixed both bags, but oh well. I don't like the boys are gonna want any more veggies. Sweet and sour shrimp and veggies, guys. You go, Ben.
Take the tails off, right?
Yeah. And now mine. shrimp. Just a few pieces. And some chicken. So, I always appreciate you guys. I've been streaming for not quite an hour and a half. Didn't start right away. This is 2 different proteins, veggies, stuff you gotta fry up, all kinds of stuff. Took less than an hour and a half to fix. Have everybody served and sit down to eat myself. So it didn't really take long. The batter was really easy to make. It's basically eggs, milk, seasonings, and some flour until you get a pancake batter consistency. Slice your meat up. Drop it in there. Drop it in some hot oil. Let it fry up. If you got a fryer, won't even take as long as this. So I always leave you guys with the last bite. I always appreciate each and every one of you that come into my room. I want to say thank you for joining my live stream. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It tells me that you like what I'm doing. If you want to email me, it's in the description. If you have a couple pennies to spare, a couple dimes, a couple rubies, ruples, euros, whatever, wherever you're from, you got a couple to spare and you want to see new innovative foods and things. I had the Asian theme tonight going. Wanted to show how easy it was to throw together a really quick, easy dinner. Guys want to see more of something or you want to see a specific thing, send me an email. I know there's a lot of times somebody says do something, in chat, you do this. Send me an email. That way I can actually write down and see, because I'm doing so much while I'm doing my live stream, I don't always remember what somebody says. Well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? Yeah, a lot of it sounds great, but I can't ever remember it because I'm off doing so many other things as well. So if you want to send me an email, you have an idea of something that you want to see made, go ahead and send that. Again, if you have a couple pennies or whatever, my PayPal's in the description as well. But again, thank you. Under an hour and a half live stream tonight. That's one of the best I've done on such an intensive meal. I always leave you guys with the last bite. I got some chicken and some shrimp. I'll take a bite of the chicken. Really good meal, very versatile, very healthy. I even use canola oil to fry in, which is healthier than vegetable oil. So very good, lots of flavors in there. I'm gonna take a bite of shrimp for you. And that shrimp came up. Thank you guys. Till next time.